Well, hey y'all, guess what? We're going to do a quick little video today about a video that I've already done, okay? So I brought you text messages between Amberlynn and Emily through another creator's video by the name of Rachel. Well, it just so happened Rachel had to private that particular video, due to Emily. And so Rachel then had come back and made another post clarifying why she took down that video in the first place. So we're going to read through this post and I'm going to give you my opinions. Now y'all just remember, these are only my opinions and you're entitled to yours. I have a comment section below for a reason, and you know what? Just please don't get chapped over what I have to say, because not everybody sees things the same way. So let's just get right into this, shall we? Let's go. Hey guys, I am exposing my own below for transparency. Obviously, there was a fair bit of context which I left out of my last post after I privated my last video with Emily's voice note. Basically, Emily gave me the voice note, screenshots, and a clip, which I ended up not using. It was not the rage video. And if y'all remember the rage video that Amberlynn was talking about, she was going off, and running her mouth and having one of her episodes. And she was, half undressed. And I'm sorry, I wouldn't want to see that video anyways. You would have to blur out almost the entire thing besides her face. That's the only thing I would want to see on there, okay? Because she showed her body plenty, okay? I don't need to see it. Anyways, let's continue. I had consent to use them with no strings attached. Prior to this, Emily had told me some pretty danging information about Amber owing her lots of money for the trip they took where Emily drove Amber home. And if y'all remember, I know some of y'all weren't around at the time whenever Amberlynn was in Wisconsin with Emily. Amberlynn pretty much moved in without moving in. And so it just so happened, through the text messages, it's explained that Emily wanted her out of the house and wanted her to go away. Well, the way to get her gone was to take her home herself, okay? So I wanted receipts for this pretty bad. But I didn't think it was something Emily would be super keen on sharing. So I stupidly offered Emily that if she was willing to give me those receipts, I would split the AdSense on that separate finance-related video with her. Why? That's my question. Why? There is nothing that Emily could say to me or Amberlynn could say to me for me to want to be in communication with either of them in regards to any kind of money situation. Okay? I know how Amberlynn is. I've watched Amberlynn for years. Anybody associated with Amberlynn, I don't want to be closely associated with. Obviously, Emily knew that this video was going to bring in some ching-ching, so Emily says, you know what, I want my fair share. If I'm going to spill it, I want some money to line my pockets. And that is something that I don't agree with. But you know what? Like I said, just my opinion. Later, once the voice note was well underway, Emily asked me if she could just split the AdSense from the voice note video instead of the finance one, as she felt it made no difference. I mean, in all actuality, it's Rachel's money, it's not Emily's, but to each their own. I again stupidly said yes, thinking we were going to split the finance video anyway, so it really makes no difference if we just split this one instead. It is essential to note that Emily had already given me consent to use the voice note prior to this rearrangement, of which video would be split. She also never sent the finance receipts she had mentioned. She did not let me use the voice note I left out a word, my bad. She did not let me use the voice note because of any money. She had already said yes to this, and then the agreement was transferred. I then became very suspicious that Emily and Amber were talking again. When Amber started deleting stuff and made that post, automatically people started thinking, okay, they're back together. Tommy said, no, we're not back together. But you know what, Amberlynn? I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to show you in a minute why I say that Amberlynn is never going to stop giving a crap about Emily. Absolutely never. It's not going to matter. But we're going to continue until then. Amber deleted her lives, posted that statement, and it was very clear that Emily and Amber were not done with each other. I thought, despite her shisty character, the receipts coming from Emily were still valuable, and showing these did not mean I was defending her. However, it became clear to me that my good intentions were being taken for granted, that Emily did not just want to provide receipts, but in fact, she viewed my videos as payback to Amber for their own personal dramas. Don't get in the middle of anything Amberlynn's doing. Amberlynn and somebody else, just stay out of it. If you don't want the drama, stay out of it. Just leave it alone. My opinion. So if y'all want to get in the comments and argue with me, like I said, y'all are more than welcome to, but you ain't going to get me involved with AmberlynnReid. Absolutely not, and nobody associated with AmberlynnReid. No amount of money's worth it to me. Anyways, let's see if I can pick up where I left off. Ooh, I was not comfortable being used as a pawn in their wider game. I therefore decided that there was no way on this earth that I was going to pay this person to make me look like a mug. I told her as much, told her I would happily donate this portion to charity instead, so that I would not benefit from the decision. She got very angry, suddenly blamed my video for her being harassed, despite having been okay with it prior. She did not want the money to go to charity. She wanted to be paid. She tried to make it sound like she had not given me consent to use the voice note already. She had, and I can prove it. And she gave me an ultimatum to pay her or take my video down. I wasn't paying her, so I took the video down. It is now back up. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. If you're going to make a video because you want to make a video. Don't make a video on the back of somebody else, because you never know what that other person's going to pull on you. And this right here proves it. I acknowledge that I was an absolute idiot for offering her money under any circumstances, and that it was also wrong to do so and then change my mind afterwards. At the same time, there was absolutely no way that I could, in good faith to my audience, allow a single penny of the assets money from your viewership to go to Emily when it was clear that she was enjoying these weird mind games between herself and Amber and viewed videos made by me as punishment to Amber. Okay, so here's the thing. Amberlynn is manipulative as ever. I think anybody that gets with Amberlynn has to be the same way in some way or another. And if Emily is in the negative and needs the money, which Emily already admitted that she ain't got the money. If Emily needs money, Emily's going to do anything she can to get the money. My opinion, only my opinion. And the quickest way to get money these days is to go ahead and spew everything you got about Amberlynn. If Tommy wants to make her own daggum channel and get monetized on her channel, she could spill everything and get her money that way. Because we know people would subscribe just to hear the nasty that is Amberlynn. But in all actuality, we know how nasty Amberlynn is anyways. Okay. This was icky to me. I wanted receipts. That was all. I was mad about Amber still owing Beck the inheritance money, and I wanted everyone to know that Amber had financially screwed over another ex, and therefore I made an offer I shouldn't have made, and realized that it was a mistake too late. I understand if people are mad at me for this. I'm not mad. I'm just giving my opinion. My opinion is, you know what? Never would have happened to me. This portion offered to Emily will instead go to charity. Or on or around November 26th, I will post the donation receipt here. Emily's response to this situation proved that my intuition was right. Her intention was never to get her story out as a DV victim, and I was wearing some serious rose gold glasses in pursuit of the receipts. See, if you're too needy for something, if you're wanting something so bad, you will agree to almost anything. And that's the reason why especially whenever you're trying to go personal off of the internet, you got to take a step back and see, what represents you as a person. And so if you're not going to be proud as a person bringing it to somebody or bringing it to your audience, then don't bring it. Because Rachel's taking responsibility. That's all I can say. Sorry for being I did get some interesting receipts, though. Please see this Venmo below, where Amber was blocked on all platforms, so sent Emily $1 because she wanted her to answer the phone at 1 a.m. Speak soon. This right here shows that them two are going to continue to talk. Amberlynn, right now, wants to be with Tommy. Amberlynn was with Tommy when she was saying she wasn't with Tommy. Okay, Tommy and Emily, same person. Y'all know this. What would make you think at any point Amberlynn would just go ahead and give up on Tommy? If you think about it, she still hasn't given up on Tommy. There's a reason why she made that daggum post. There's a reason why she took down all them videos. Amberlynn has a reason for the things that she does, and you know what? It's always to benefit Amberlynn or somebody she cares about. She don't care about anybody else besides herself. If it affects her, then she has a problem. So here's the receipt where it says Amberlynn paid $1 please answer. We're going to hit just a couple of comments, and that's it, okay? I'm going to leave it at that. But you should definitely give her cut to Beck just a little part of the inheritance money back. Because remember, that was directed in the post that, Rachel wanted to show that another ex, she owed another ex money. So, okay, I get that. Donate it to Beck. Maybe give the money to Beck. They're going through so much right now. They actually are. They're going through a whole lot medically, and they need the money because finances aren't looking good for them. They have the PayPal and stuff posted over on their community post if anybody wants to go over there and donate, or you can go watch their video over again, or, whatever your heart desires. And I agree with others. Give the money to Beck. Rachel, please consider giving that money to Beck. That would be the best use of it and the biggest slap to Amber. Okay, here's my thing. It's Rachel's money, okay? I agree, give it to Beck, okay? I agree, give it to Beck. If that's what you're going to do, give it to Beck. It's Rachel's money, though. And where I think it all went wrong was if Tommy contacts you, leave it alone. If you want to expose her in some way. If you want to go to a reaction channel and expose her, okay, that's fine. As a private person and not a public figure, you go to a reaction channel, have fun. But a reaction channel talking to Tommy, I understand that it brings in views. Same thing as if you're talking to Aunt Tammy. Same thing if you happen to talk about AmberlynnReid. It may bring in views, it may bring in that chain, because, like I said, Emily knew doing a video like that and exposing Amber was going to bring in the money, or she wouldn't have even asked for the money in the first place. Emily was being shysty. That's my opinion. And Amberlynn and Emily, two peas in a pod, okay? That's the way I look at it. Them two deserve each other, and I'm not going to change my mind on that. They both have done some really messed up things. Really messed up things. And I hate to agree with AmberlynnReid, but you know what? Didn't nobody like Tommy. Most of us still don't like Tommy. Most of us don't care what happens with Tommy. It's just something where people wanted to know how bad AmberlynnReid is. But in all actuality, if you think about it, you already know how bad AmberlynnReid is. You've seen her. You've seen her actions. You've heard her voice. You've watched her read her journal as evidence to y'all of what happened. She ain't got jack crap. Absolutely nothing. Any text messages that can be shown, I look at it, and as I tell y'all in my videos, figures. I mean, absolutely figures. It's AmberlynnReid. It's who she is. It's how she is. We ain't going to change her. We've been watching her for years, and nothing's changed. But anyways, I was asked my opinion on it, and there you go. There's my opinion on her post. And like I said, I know not everybody's going to agree with me, but you know what? I'm just a lonely mama over here. Not a lonely mama, okay? I'm just a mama with a lot of opinions and one big old mouth and a YouTube channel that I talk on. That's pretty much it. But anyways, I want to say to you, if you made it all the way to the end, I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this, and remember to smile today or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. And we've been over this and over this and over this. No, I don't know why I sing it. I've sung it this entire time, okay? It just one day come to my head and I just started saying it, and now people enjoy it. So by goodness gracious, I'm going to continue to say it, okay? That's just the way it's going to be. But anyways, I hope, I'm just like all over here, just like throwing my head around, and I think I need to take my hair down. Goodness gracious. And for y'all that don't know, the reason why I wear sunglasses is because my husband can't stand it. He don't like anything that's bright, colorful, big, anything like that. He likes plain Jane black ones. Anything I can do to irritate my husband, I am happy to do, especially if it's on the cheap. But all right, guys, that's my little spew for the day, so I hope you have a good one for me. Bye.